Okay, sorry, you still want what blowjob tips or what?
Yes, John!
Yeah, so for you. Remember when you tasted your own cum? You little shit.
Have you also tasted your own cum? This is your daily ketchup. Hey guys, if you're enjoying all the sex talk, do remember to drop us a sub and hit the notification button.
Hit it real hard.
Thank you.
Or lightly tap.
Spank it.
Yeah.
No, but ask it for consent.
Yeah.
We consent.
We consent.
Hey guys, so we have a very special guest today. Joining us is a clinical sexologist. Did I pronounce that right? I hope I did. Sex expert lah, basically. Master of sex. Actually, I shouldn't say that to anyone besides my fiancé actually, so I'm going to take that back. Dr. Martha. Hey!
Martha is such a serious name.
Yeah.
Martha, yes.
You know, I told my parents I'm going for a shoot, right? Then they say, what you shooting today? Then I don't dare to say.
Huh, really, man?
How to explain to my mom?
But you've done so much worse though.
Like what?
Do explain. But anyway, yeah, so we have a sexologist here to answer all our sex questions because we have a lot of them. So it's finally great to have an expert.
Thank you for having me.
I think first and foremost,
How do we not know if we are also sex experts?
Actually, that's a good question.
Yeah, because I was reading the general definition of sexology, right? Then they say it's anybody who just go and
It's a
study
study.
and learn about sex can already.
Which is all of us, or our parents, for example.
Yeah.
Do you have children?
No, I don't.
Oh, so that's actually one part of sex that you have not
Female.
explored
Achieved.
yet. Yeah.
I've
That makes my
given
mum a
birth
bit
to
more
4
experienced.
books, though.
Flex.
Yeah, and
What book?
I experienced labor pains with those books.
Nice.
Yeah, really, I literally
Nice.
did. I felt sick in the stomach. I felt like vomiting, and then I couldn't move around for 9 months. Really,
This was a great answer that I wasn't expecting.
Yes, yeah.
but I really experienced it. I really did.
Pain.
I think because of
That's what I was talking about in the notes.
yeah, it was painful. I think it was also because of the fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough, fear of imposter syndrome. Yeah.
But then
How
after
does
it come
one
out, then you
begin?
enjoy it, then you want to have
After it
another.
came out, yes.
Do 3 more.
After it came out, yeah. I think the pain was. I think people can feel the intention and feel the energy that goes into a book. It's pouring your soul into the words.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, what's the title of your
and
book?
as a result, it was more popular. Okay, so I have 4. The one that gave me the biggest pain was the second book called Orgasmic Yoga.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Orgasmic
Yes,
yoga.
yes.
Did you want to try it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like instruction booklet.
Slowly. What was the first book?
First book is a compilation of different essays over the years. It's called Love, Sex and Everything in Between. It was
like a movie.
published by Marshall Cavendish.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but the second book, nobody wanted to print it for me, so I decided I'm gonna just do it.
Self-published. Yeah.
So
Was it because of the
really-
title that no one wanted to print it?
They didn't think it would be popular, but actually, of my 4 books, I think this is the one that is the most popular.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you go about becoming a sexologist? Like how do you even
Yeah,
And why?
I went
Yeah.
and studied. I did a doctorate in human sexuality in US 13 years ago. 14 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So a sexologist is somebody who has an academic study in human sexuality, and most of them are supposed to have a master's or doctorate,
Yeah.
but there are also people running around calling themselves sexologists.
Oh. It's completely different from his definition just now.
no, there are, just it's very much unregulated. So I think it's really important to look at the credentials of the person.
So in the industry, there are people that actually offer like professional services but are not certified, or is that illegal?
Yes, there are people who have like maybe a 300-hour tantra training and call themselves intimacy coach.
Wait, what's
What's the
Tantra?
Tantra? Yeah.
Yeah,
Tantra
tantra
training.
comes from
I feel like
India.
I've seen that before.
Yeah,
Where
it
I've
comes
seen this
from
word
India.
when we researched one profile before.
Tantric yoga.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, tantric massage or tantric sex or something like that.
Yes.
Is that the same thing?
Yes, so the origin is from India. Nowadays, it's more like Neo Tantra, which is called modern day version with twists and turns. So it's not
Literally.
really traditional in the sense because I think the text has been lost. So people just improvise or modify, and then I call it a loose label, tantric massage.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, what was the question?
How did she
How
get
did you get
into?
into-
Oh, right.
How did I get into it? Okay, so actually it happened around what happened with Aware. there was this spat of articles consecutively over a few days and weeks about rising STI rates and teenage pregnancies. And it kind of struck a chord with me that how come we always only read about sex in very negative ways?
Right.
And it got me really angry actually. And then I the more I thought about it, the more I realized that we always talk about sex in negative ways, and not only that, we also talk about it in very cliche, contrived, artificial ways in magazines. And so that made me like ask like who's holding space, you know, for people when it comes to talking about what's real, and how about the fun, amazing, wonderful, sacred side of sex that people don't really talk about. So that made me like really want to do something to help individuals and couples. Yeah. At the time, I was surrounded by lots of friends who have a lot of sex problems. Cannot have sex, don't know how to have sex, painful sex, low sex drive. And I was like, am I the only one who actually likes sex? Yeah. So that made me want to help people.
Yeah.
And this was like more than 13 years ago.
Yes, more than 13 years ago, and I was very fortunate that money came in, and then it allowed me to go and pursue this doctorate because it's not available in Singapore or Asia. And now the closest place we can get further training is Australia. And even then, as far as I understand, they do not offer a doctorate.
Right.
But did your friends and family know that you were going to study this?
Yes, they know. I told my parents, and they didn't really understand what it was. It was more like just stick to a 9-to-5 job and just be happy with your lot and retire or whatever. And I was like, no, my life and my profession and my career has to be something that I'm passionate about. And there are days that I'm not passionate about. There are days that I'm passionately angry about it. People who harass me on social media. For instance, I can talk about it since this is not a client. Like last week, there was this guy. He messaged me on Facebook on my private profile.
Okay.
Not you. And then okay. I have this video on YouTube on the question: Is it okay to swallow your cum?
Right.
Is it okay to swallow your semen?
It's a great question.
And
Like your own semen.
Huh, your own?
Yeah.
But who's asking though?
Yeah, I mean all the people who have
This
semen.
specific guy.
And it actually is maybe the second or third most popular video on YouTube that I have.
Damn.
So I have a lot.
I can see why. Assume if it's on the right side, I'll be like, yeah, okay, no one's asking.
Yeah, so this particular guy messaged me, and then he said, what's your theory on semen swallowing, and do you swallow? First of all, like, why does it matter whether I swallow or not?
Yeah.
How does this affect you?
He actually only wanted to ask the second half, but then
Yeah.
he need to cover
He's
it up.
asking you.
So-
no, wait, so like,
What's the question?
bro, you all got taste your own.
Oh, never.
Before she
sia.
answers.
You go first.
I've never actually ever thought about it, but now I'm curious.
No, but if like say Nat kiss you after, no, does it not work like that?
There was nothing that immediately sparked out to me as, oh, that tastes different. Like it didn't.
No, wait. Here's the thing, though.
I just admitted that.
Many people don't want to kiss after that. Many guys don't want to kiss after that because they feel like they're sucking their own dick.
But it's their own one, what?
Sure.
No, I want to say that I'm not sure if I tasted it before. Okay, so
Right.
Like your own or someone else's.
my own
be
lah.
quick
The
come lah.
question was his own ma.
Do you give a sick blowjob?
No, okay, so right. Wow, this
Okay, about 10% of the population can blow themselves, by the way.
no way.
Yeah, they're that
Wait, is-
flexible.
How do I join that?
Why am I so mainstream?
You need to go for the orgasmic yoga.
I
That's how.
definitely have tried before.
Who cares about the 1% when you can be part of the 10%? Also, you go full circle. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Let me go back. So, don't judge, Okay.
Ooh,
so
tough.
basically, right, I was jacking off and I was lying like on my back. So then what happened was, and this is quite okay. What happened was, right, I basically whacked one time, right, and then it went quite high. I quite impressed with myself. But then, right, it has to come back down, ma. And he came back down on my face.
Okay.
Yeah. Then there was a
Thank goodness,
bit.
not your eyes.
Yeah. So no, actually I think a bit. And it burns. Okay, but anyway.
Yeah, it does.
But then
Is that called a yukaki?
Yeah, then kena a bit on the lip. Then I don't know if I accidentally like, you know, out of reaction.
Yeah,
like,
no, I
just
wouldn't.
like
I wouldn't blame you if you just like.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if I did lah. But
Out of reaction, you will just lick anything that's near your mouth.
right. It is quite
Yeah.
natural.
Wait, so you've never wanted to actually try lah?
No have. Like there are some
Okay, so
like
how
sometimes
did it
if it's
taste
like that, right? Then you will sit there and contemplate, ma. Cause you know what? It's like your post.
Shaking his head.
No, it's like they try everything once. Right. I see John's.
I
only
was
two
once
honest guys
gifted-
in this room. Come on.
I was once gifted this little magnifying glass thing. It's not microscope level, but it's this little magnifying glass thing with a little glass thing that got measurements, but really quite solid one. And then I got once put sperm inside to try and see my sperm. Cannot be done. Not
I have a super macro lens. I should try and photograph my
cannot be done.
cum.
Cannot be done. So the sperm is the smallest cell
Oh, okay.
in the body, and the female egg is the largest cell.
Sexologist there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've definitely
No,
smelt it lah, and I know it smells a bit like chlorine-ish a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
she's just
Correct,
judging.
correct.
She's saying like
No,
it's
there are
chlorine.
people who actually tell me that.
Yeah.
Really as well. No, it's because like I have asked my partner what it tastes like, and then I want to verify.
No, there was this trend on TikTok, right, where the people are going around asking whether you like the taste of avocado, and if you do that's what sperm is supposed to taste like apparently.
Apparently, you can change the taste of your semen based on what you eat, right? So like apparently, like if you eat a lot of
Pineapple.
meat, it doesn't taste very good. But you eat pineapple, it will taste sweet.
Yes. Yeah, I cover this in my blowjob workshop.
Oh, nice. Lucky you said workshop.
Was it a face-to-face workshop?
Yeah, we practice on carrots.
Oh.
Wait, why carrots?
Carrots,
Oh,
otherwise
you practice
it
the
would be
blowjob carrots,
cucumber,
okay.
right?
No, like a dildo lah. You know?
No,
Or like my husband's available, can I just?
No, but the carrot is the most easily cheap accessible.
Yeah, correct,
Right, that's
correct.
True, it's
But then
also-
carrot is
Pickle also can.
perishable. You have to keep throw and buy new.
Anyway,
But since you can just wash, keep reusing.
Yes.
That's also true.
After you're done with it, you can eat it.
Oh
No
yeah.
leftover,
Then
no
got nutrients,
leftover.
right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
A healthy snack after a workshop.
Wait, now when you see someone go supermarket and buy carrots, it could be anything.
bag of carrots.
Could be anything.
What are some secrets to
Yeah.
the blowjob workshop? And can you review some?
Without revealing everything.
Okay.
Because three guys.
Also, how much is it?
Yeah.
How much is it? Okay, because of COVID, so I'm doing a virtual one soon. It's only $50.
Okay.
And they can watch the recording for up to 30 days.
Oh.
Doesn't that require you to demonstrate it? Then making
Yes,
your
so
workshop
we'll be
material actually
demonstrating
very
on
raunchy.
toy. So monkey see, monkey do lah. I show, then they try lor.
But that's a weird thing to have to do for your job, right?
Do they all on the camera?
Yeah, so that's the nice thing about Zoom. They can choose to turn it off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's
But not fair, what?
privacy. Yeah.
They can use
You cannot see
But you
whether
don't
like they're
wanna go
doing it
to the-
correctly or
But it
not.
doesn't help them because you cannot see what they're doing maybe wrong and then
Yes.
correcting them.
So
right?
only if they want to, share that part of themselves
Yeah.
to me. What I'm more concerned about is
they recording
people
you?
using it as masturbation material.
Right.
That's very
Okay. But then I'm sure they sign some
no
papers. right?
lah.
But how you know what they do in their own time?
True.
Yeah.
Okay lah.
Okay, I want to talk about how you can alter the taste so you can have a more alkaline diet. You can eat kiwi, banana, celery, pineapple. They all help with the
damn long
taste.
Okay.
Basically,
for what?
fruits
Oh.
and vegetables.
But
Basically,
what-
fruits and vegetables.
So it makes it like sweeter, or does it make
Yes,
it like?
yes, it
Okay.
does help. So pineapple, banana, more alkaline. Make it more
Okay.
alkaline. Yes,
Okay.
it helps.
You should do an
And
experiment.
it
you got
tastes
alcohol
terrible
water.
if you're a smoker,
That's what I heard also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? What does it do?
And actually, I want to say it's okay, to taste your own because that's also a way to
QC.
See how you can change the
QC.
flavor.
No, see if there's anything like weird with the smell, taste, texture. This is your body.
It's true.
Not-
Nobody asks you to
what?
drink it, but you should
Not,
taste
not
it.
asking you to drink the whole bucket,
Because
just
you are
like-
expecting your partner to taste
Yeah.
a little bit of it. You should QC first.
It's like when you cook something, you have to taste a bit, right?
I thought you mean QC as in like whether there's signs that I have like a problem with my body.
No
that
lah,
could be
bro.
I would say go and see the doctor lah.
That-
Your own karma.
Please refrain from eating your own gum.
But it's cheaper than going to a doctor.
It's free, in fact.
Are there
got to
actually
know your
ways
own
to tell
body.
if there's something wrong?
You can look it up.
a
This
weird
is the
rabbit hole.
extent of my knowledge.
Okay. Okay, sorry. You still want what blowjob tips or what?
Oh, blowjob. Okay, so
Wait, why does John?
So remember when you tasted your own cum? You little shit.
okay, so one of the ways to give better blowjobs, if besides using your mouth, you can also use your hand at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, why is John asking for tips to give?
For the podcast.
For them lah.
Sure.
Bro, I got you.
Because he was not sure where it is the mic.
If you're able to learn this for yourself, then you can actually teach all your future partners.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm married.
It's a life skill.
So I just need to send back for the workshop.
No, yeah, sorry. Okay, so
Not saying she need it or anything.
Oh.
You happy?
Happy with that,
Your
Kevin.
hand
Yeah,
up.
thanks.
Okay. No, so I want to backtrack a bit to you going to study this professionally and properly, right? Like, what is the school of sex like? Like over like 3 years or
school,
I don't know
right?
how long, right? Like what
Is
it
it like practical?
What's the modules?
like you
Yes.
every day go like your homework is to like masturbate or have sex with people? or
Yes,
like,
that's one of the homework.
wait, what?
Oh.
Not to have sex with people, but
okay,
if you
okay.
have a partner, yes, there will be like different exercises that you can do so that you have a better idea of what kind of exercises you can suggest to your clients.
Huh? Wait, partner? As in like partner?
No, if you're
For
with
the-
your
Your real
partner.
life
already in a
partner.
relationship lah.
Yeah,
Solo group
yes,
work lah.
Yes, yes. No, actually no. It's not as kinky as people think. Yeah.
People by people she
No,
means
I
you.
don't even think it's kinky. I would think it's just a lot of.
Very sciencey,
Like,
biology.
yeah.
Yes, for most part, it's quite academic. It's quite boring. I would say, even though the topic is interesting, a lot of it is quite
So, but do you and your group
academic.
mates,
Yeah.
do you and your group mates unofficially group together to study? If you know what I'm saying.
No. Too much to study because there's the history of sexology.
Oh, no, you don't know what I'm saying. Never
Group
mind.
together to study.
To study.
Yeah, like as students lah, you know, you all do practical lessons.
Burn the midnight oil.
No, we
Oh,
don't. We do have some more practical homework, but a lot of it is by yourself, journal, or if you have a partner, do it with your partner.
Right.
Do the teachers tend to be male or female?
Most of them were male. Most of them were
Then
male.
what's the student gender ratio like?
It was interesting. I had a lot of female classmates. Yeah, and all of them have come from very different backgrounds, and they are a lot more like sexually experienced than I am. Even though I thought I was very like positive about sex, they have a lot more varied experiences. Yeah.
So the school is still mainly men teaching mainly women about sex.
No. We do have. We do have female teachers.
Right.
It's less about the gender and more about the topic. Yeah.
So what is like one of the more interesting like assignments or projects that you have to do?
Okay, I can tell you one.
Yeah.
There was one assignment I was given. If you have a partner, tonight go back and have sex with your partner. And before your partner enters you, your partner is supposed to ask you for permission before going in. And
People do that?
Yeah. So my partner was supposed to ask. My partner was supposed to ask, can I come in or something like that. So we.
He's a vampire.
We we did all the normal stuff, and then after that we were supposed to do like a little debrief, and then it hit me and then I started crying. I was like, I've been sexual for like about 10 years now, and this is the first time anybody has ever asked for permission to go into my vagina.
Why?
And I was like, this is the first time. It wouldn't have occurred to me. It's like, like, oh, your body is telling me you're ready. Then, they just like fumble and just
Right.
do stuff to you. But actually to have someone ask you, that's just another level of consent. And
Was that the intention of the assignment, or you got a different?
Like take away.
Yeah.
I think it was the point of the exercise.
Right.
Because sometimes you just have to do your homework and you don't really know what the point
Or why
is.
you are doing it? Yeah.
But that one really hit really hard because it just hit me and then I started crying.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sorry, it might be a weird follow-up question, but thereafter, do
Continue.
Yeah.
you request that your partner always seek consent?
Was it something you insist?
It was actually really empowering, and unlike what people think, which is like, oh, it breaks the moment, the mood,
Yeah, was my
things
first
like
thought.
that. It doesn't. It
Right.
actually made me feel really good because by asking me, it gives me a chance to think, is my body really ready? Even though I might look or sound or seem very aroused, maybe I'm not really there because I am the owner of my body. Only I will know. You are just guessing.
Has there been a time when you said no?
Yeah, you can make adjustments. You can say maybe a bit longer or something
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
Right.
It gives you a
But,
chance to
yeah.
to say when does foreplay end
Because
for you
if the
also,
person
right?
doesn't ask, then you also don't know what the person is going to do next.
Yeah.
So now you expect your partner to always ask.
It would be great if we can reach that level of
Interesting.
consciousness.
Go and try this with your
I
partner.
think this is all related to what's been happening in the media with a lot of people just taking things for granted and doing things to women, like coming on their face and thinking like other people do it, I can do it, or it's kinky, or this is what I want, or a bit more, or shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
It's actually really, really disrespectful. If we can have this same amount of respect for not just women but also men, that would be great. Or boys, that would be great. Like growing up as little boys and girls, being told that what you feel is valid.
Right.
Like, you know, you have had enough, or you want to like leave the party or things like that, instead of being like.
It's interesting you brought up boys, right? What are some things that you think we don't think about where like that men deal with?
It's very unfortunate that a lot of men are expected to be horny all the time, to be macho, to be strong,
That's true.
to not be so emo, not be so sensitive. But I actually have clients who the woman is more, what you call, more masculine, more dominant, and so a bit of like role reversal. And it's actually very common in Singapore because as women we are told like be smart, don't be stupid, work hard, be firm, be strong, be vocal. And then we may not know this, but in our personal relationship we may be quite scary to our partner.
Right.
Do you all relate to what she's saying? Or,
Yeah.
or-
Yeah,
Yeah.
in some way. No, I think like very early now in my relationship with my fiance, like I think like I was definitely scared of her in some sense, like, which wasn't wrong. I think I enjoyed it because I think in my past relationships I was always expected to be the alpha, right? Or like wears the pants. But I'm very happy for like Ned to wear the pants in the relationship. In that sense, I mean like.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's okay, you know, if you're okay with it. It can also be fun to consciously role reverse. For instance, in the bedroom, or today I do this, then you listen to me, and then you take turns to be the alpha.
Oh, okay. I thought like pegging.
Or you wear the dress.
The G-string.
Yeah.
I feel like we had this chat.
No, are there any unique like issues that are very common among Singaporean women?
Low sex drive.
Low sex drive.
Yeah.
It's true.
Is
Yeah, very
is that
common.
because of Singaporean men?
No, it's because we are tired, we are stressed, we are busy, we are working. I always say this, and I just make it very simple. When someone is hungry, they want to eat. When they're tired, they want to sleep. So when you are stressed, you are tired, you are anxious, of course, the only thing you are thinking of is rest. You're not thinking of sex. I feel that our sex drive comes from a place of wellness.
Right. That's
So
why you
then
tend to
you
have
need
sex
to
more on
be,
holidays,
you
for
need
example.
to be rested, you need to be fed, you need to be feeling good, and then from that place, your horniness, your drive will want to come forward.
Right.
So a lot of people in Singapore, men and women, they do tend to be struggling with their sex drive.
Right. So when couples come to you with low sex drive, what do you do? Like, what do you advise
Wait,
them?
why is low sex drive an issue?
Tired, cannot have sex.
No, as in, why is that an issue?
Because they think it's not normal to not be having sex.
I think the problem might be when one side of the couple, like one partner has maybe different sex drives from the other, and so then you have mismatched expectation.
Yes.
One wants to have sex
No,
all the time.
or like what I learned about fertility, right, is that the expectations when I tell the doctor, oh, we try already. So we went for checkups because shout outs to I Love Children for sending us to checkups, or just to tell people how the checkup was like, right? And then when they all say, have you all been trying? They're like, yeah, we tried a couple months already. So then they ask us our frequency, and it's not even nearly 1/4 of the expected frequency. We're supposed to do it every alternate day or something like that.
But that's when you're trying lah.
No, during the window period.
Yeah, like so, like 1-2 days after menses, right?
Ah.
You go like every alternate
ovulation.
day. Yeah. So the thing about it is that tracking in itself, right, is a very sian process because it makes trying for a baby, right, like it makes it a job. It makes it like a chore, you know. And so we try not to think about it. We try not to. Today is the day. Today is my peak period day. You know. Yeah. So like, I guess to answer your question of why is it important, right? Especially when we have mismatched sex drive, like what he said, or like when we try for a baby that time, right? And it feels like, how come when the doctor asks us to do it every alternate day, it feels like a lot to us. It shouldn't what? It's like it's a mutual massage, if you will. Why does it feel like it's too much?
Right.
Yeah.
But on top of that, right, I think another aspect
On
of her
top.
question.
kidding.
On top, yeah. Okay. No, like I think another aspect to her question is like, is there actually an ideal like frequency?
Like I'm wondering if like me and my partner just don't wanna have sex, right? But we are in a relationship, what? But does a
both,
relationship
like,
must have
low
sex?
drive.
Yeah, both. Is that okay or is that an
Yeah,
issue?
it's okay. It's not an issue until it's an issue.
So that means
It's true.
Yeah, so that means the discrepancy causes the main issue.
If they are both okay, then okay.
Also, even if got discrepancy, but they're both okay with that discrepancy, is fine.
Yeah, they can take steps to navigate the difference.
Right.
Usually it's ruled by the person with the lower sex drive, because the one with the lower sex drive will say no. But there are ways to understand yourself better, your turn-ons, your turn-offs, and then make an effort to negotiate, navigate the differences.
Okay, so say there's a discrepancy, right? Then the one with the higher sex drive, right? Is there like, I mean, because there are obviously like other ways to like satisfy yourself, like masturbation and whatever, right? So then, is there a point of time where you masturbate like too much to supplement the sex that you should be having?
I think I have met a handful of people. I met a handful of.
Oh, that was why I was laughing. Because there was something about cum.
Yeah, I was something
Yeah.
at come as well.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
Handful?
It's so much fucking childish.
Yeah.
I love it.
I have met a handful of penis owners. They
Oh, wow, what a way to call me.
Nice.
they masturbate every day, since whenever
there.
they come and see me. So they could be in their 30s, could be in their 50s. So when they are masturbating out of habit, like habitual masturbators, but they most of the time when I ask them this question, they will usually realize that they are just masturbating out of habit and not because their body actually feels horny.
Yes.
Right.
So it's just like saying you keep eating even when you don't feel like eating. So what happens if you keep pushing and forcing your body to ejaculate more than your body needs to? Actually, that's when they are actually depleting their energy. They're making themselves more tired.
I feel so tired.
Wait, what? Oh, you masturbate every day?
So like when I used to, like when I was young, right? And I also feel like, no, so like, I mean, I don't anymore because I have a like long-term partner and like we're all happy, right?
Sure.
But when I was single and I used to masturbate every day, I also felt like the meaning of sex and ejaculation to me suddenly also changed, because to me this was just a very convenient thing to do. It was just
Yeah.
out of habit. It was that
Yes,
that shock
habit.
thing.
Yes,
to
just release.
Yeah, it was like drinking alcohol.
Yeah,
or
just
like,
sleep better.
Sleep better. I have ever masturbated to sleep better.
Yes.
Do knock one out to knock out.
Sure.
'Cause
to
men
knock
fall asleep.
myself out. But not like you directly.
Hey, shut up. Hey, where are we gonna go back there? Let's move this conversation forward.
can't believe you came on your face, yeah.
Hey, come on.
Why you disrespect
I'm
yourself
quite
like
sure
that?
a lot of people have experienced this, eh?
Yo, the fertility clinic, right? When they give me the bottle to try and put it in the bottle, right? The chair, right, is as described one. If I sit down and lean into the chair, right, I will shoot at my own face. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
I must say,
I stood up.
okay, maybe I have, because I know that I have been in that position, lying down with my dick like facing up, right? But the reason why, right, is because it's the best way to experience POV porn. You put it on your
Oh,
chest
God!
right, at night. You put it on
This
your
is a
chest,
pro
right?
tip, by the way.
You watch POV porn on your with the laptop on your chest, right? The guy's dick looks like your own because it's just in front.
Chest is so hot.
Wait, I feel
my
like there's a
laptop.
device that John just bought that can help with this experience. Pat was showing
There's
it.
VR
Whoa.
sex now.
Oh, the VR.
VR,
Oh, yeah.
VR porn.
Hey, what do you think about VR porn?
Sure.
It's
So
like
there's
the
this.
forefront of
Okay,
like...
so I happen to
Is
also.
it though?
I happen to also work in the sex shop, right? So I know I'm in touch with all the latest technology. So there's this company called
Technologies.
Levens. They actually have Bluetooth compatible toys. It's also internet compatible, and they also have the VR feature. So you can download the app and then you can use your toy together with the VR.
Also, when
That's what you
the
see.
pornographic material is sucking you off, you
would-
are feeling sucked off.
Yes.
How much is the whole set?
Yeah, how much?
You can just enter the world of
The metaverse.
after you have bought their toy.
So how much is the whole
Okay.
set?
No, just one toy. Depends which toy you buy. Yeah.
like hundreds.
Yeah, you'll be about 100.
What is the most expensive sex toy?
Almost expensive.
I know.
The most expensive.
Is it the kind, right, that they model it after the
Celebrities,
actual, porn stars or something?
Okay, but things bigger.
Bigger?
Oh, the whole
The
body.
whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, like a
Body.
sex
doll lah, sex doll.
Right.
That one is like
Or the person.
7,000 or something, yeah.
I've actually seen one where like because
Objectification.
and it might be actually quite important because during COVID, right, like when couples are actually apart, right, there's actually sex toys where it's a dildo on the girl's end, and then for the guy it's like a flashlight. It's synced so that when they
Yes.
both Skype call, they can like feel the same.
Wait, they're so far away. The connection can connect.
Yeah.
No, so it's
Yes.
just
Internet.
both
It's
Internet
through
lah.
internet. It's through internet, not Bluetooth. Bluetooth is proximity.
I'm
I
so
can
old.
see my friend on this. My friend is in India.
I think people are worried about the security as well. Yeah.
Wow.
Wait,
so if your
last thing I
sex
think
toy
about
get-
at that time.
If your sex toy gets hacked,
Wow, I'm quite
Then you
curious to try that
confused.
VR.
They just like
Okay, sorry.
There'll be new laws there for this.
Okay, then back
I've
to
lost
learning about sex, right? So is there an ideal? Because like the current state of Singapore's sex education, like I won't say it's fantastic. Like in fact, right, I think it's quite interesting that you were talking about how the media in Singapore back then, like 13 or 15 years ago, right, wasn't fantastic when it comes to talking about subjects like this, right? He started his own show, like maybe like 5-6 years ago, to actually talk about these topics because they were deemed like taboo. Yeah. So I thought that was quite interesting. But what do you think of like the current state of conversations around sex in Singapore? And like, answer that first. Yeah.
I think there has been an explosion in the last 2 years. Explosion. Ejaculation of
It must be
ejection.
subtle. It must be subtle.
Okay. Anyway, there's an explosion of attention on sexuality in the last 2 years because everyone's stuck at home, so they are bored, and then they're thinking of ways to entertain or occupy them time. So yeah, lots of IG, sex positive advocates, podcasts, shows, whatnot, all wanting to talk about sex. Yes, so it's not necessarily a bad thing, except that they may not be thinking of what they're talking about in all angles. For instance, you don't just talk about the negative, you also need to realize that there's a lot of negative messages out there.
Don't just talk about the positive.
Yes,
there's also
correct. Don't
negative.
just talk about oh men are idiots, men are committing crimes and blah blah blah. And what is the solution? Is there going to be like maybe a bit of compassion for the fact that we are all victims of society and the lack of sexuality education? Don't make it again into a us versus them kind of a situation. So as a sex educator, you wouldn't just keep harping on the negative.
Right.
You actually want to advocate. You actually want to put out, and sometimes some of them are actually not putting out accurate or messages. Okay, that's one, but also it's always not positive.
Right.
Yeah, that's a great point actually. Because like recently there was that TikTok, right, where like this person like went compile all like the guys that like
the red flags.
yeah red flags from guys.
Yeah, and then started to list down their names and everything. That is invasion of privacy, and also it's definitely grounds for defamation.
So where would you say like a child like reaching puberty or whatever, right? Like I don't know, is that the ideal age for kids to start learning? But where can they best learn about sex?
Okay, so you know how in hospitals there is such a thing called informed consent. So before you do something to them, you have to tell them that you're going to do this and why you're doing this to them. For instance, you can say, okay, your bed sheet is wet. I'm going to I'm going to bring you down and then I'll change your sheet, something like that. So you need to tell them before you do something to them. So that is also a form of respect. So when you're doing like diaper changing, when you're bathing your child, you can actually make it known to them that this is why you're touching them in this way, so that they start to, even as a baby, know what that feels like, to have that permission given to them, that
Right.
is a form of respect. Just because I'm small, it doesn't mean that I am less than you.
Oh, that's so interesting.
clever.
So it's a little bit of subliminal conditioning, right?
Yes, because then they know this is appropriate touch and this is non-appropriate touch.
Yeah.
When the touch actually gives me this different vibe than when mommy and daddy is touching me or
Right.
showering me, it is a different vibe.
Or their consent is theirs to give.
Yes, very
Exactly.
similar to the whole thing I mentioned just now about it's my body, you are entering me, why do I not get to say yes or no?
Yeah, and I think that's quite interesting because, like, I mean, just going back to like some negative cases that we've seen, right? Quite a lot of times when a lot of victims were like sexually harassed by either like, you know, family members or whatever, right? It always says that they take 2-3 years to realize that it was wrong, and so then something like this helps them to realize sooner, to like bring it up sooner also.
Yeah, because I think a lot of times we are just like used to denying things or sweeping it under the carpet or just busy living life. We just let it go by us so fast that sometimes we don't really process it fully.
So then, do you think schools should be in charge of sex ed or parents?
I feel that if once they leave school, and also they are of a certain age, there'll be gaps in their education around sexuality, and the lack of sex education actually can cause a lot of sexual difficulties down the road, such as sexual inhibition, such as sexual ignorance, and sexual shutdown.
What is sexual shutdown?
They shut down. They don't know how. They don't have a sex drive. They don't know what horny means.
What if they are asexual?
There are people who are asexual. However, it's really a small minority.
Right.
And this term also is being used so much that I think people just throw it around. It's just like, sex addict, because I masturbate more than my friend, I'm a sex addict. You get what I mean? So a lot of times, most of us will not be there.
Wait, asexual is don't want sex or not even interested in romantic relationships?
It's different, yeah.
Right.
Asexual, they do want romantic relationships. They do want relationships. They just don't want to have sex. They don't feel like having sex. They don't need sex. So it's just like forcing someone to do something that they have no desire whatsoever. But it doesn't mean they cannot have sex either. They can. It's just that it doesn't do much for them.
Right.
So for people, I mean, it's really painful to hear people saying things like, "Oh, I've turned asexual."
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like you're misusing the word.
Yeah. So there's an actual. Is there like an actual test that they have to go through to find out if they are actually asexual?
I think it's self-identified. As long as you know what it means, it's just like people who identify as gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender. How do you identify it? You can feel it, within yourself. What you feel is true of yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Then like a last question to round off this app, right? Is for people who are interested in studying what you have or getting to your line of work, right? What do you have any advice for them?
Yes, the closest place you can get this training is Australia at the moment, and they do have to master's level. I'm not sure whether they have to doctorate level of human sexuality, and even then, you have to really think twice, like how transferable it is to Singapore, as in. Sure, we can have a few practitioners in Singapore. How big is the market? Because for the last 12 years, it hasn't been easy for me. Like I've been literally for 10 years living month by month, meaning I make enough to survive, but not enough to save, not enough to invest. And only in the last 2 years, things changed. Things changed for me. I became the locum sexuality counsellor for Cancer Society. So I have some additional income, and then I'm doing some project with Disabled People's Association. And recently, I became the sexologist for of Noah and of Zoe.sg.
Yeah.
So Noah and Zoe, they provide home-based STI kits. Testing and
Noah's boss reached out to me and asked me whether I would like to do an ad with them about erectile dysfunction.
yeah, you
like,
should.
Oh, they saw you.
Why
They felt
me?
this guy is the face
Yeah, they
of
see my
erectile
face. They're like,
dysfunction.
yeah, this guy looks like he has erectile dysfunction.
No, but yeah, I've been getting a lot of their ads for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah. So recently I became their sexologist as well. So
Okay.
I have more opportunities.
Okay,
coming
also
in.
on that note, let's plug your workshop that's coming up. When is it and how do people sign up?
It's next week.
Next week.
Oh no.
Is it only one?
She will do one more. Where can people go to find out when's the next one?
In December?
Yes. I do run them periodically. So yeah, people can join my mailing list.
How?
That's eroscoaching.com.
Eros, EROS.
Coaching.com.
Right.
Yes.
We'll
thank
put a
you so
link in the
much.
description. Go and check it out.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for coming.
Like
to
you want
yourself.
us to do it, but then you keep a straight face and make us feel damn dirty about it, but you keep baiting us.
Hey, what? It's a professional thing. What's there to laugh about?
Shut up, lah.
He's like, was it Patrice?
Patrice.
It's a very educational conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, this is such a twilight conversation.
Yeah.
I feel like on one end we are all really serious about it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you watch, remember to drop us a sub, hit that notification button and like this video. And also, thank you so much to Dr. Martha for joining us for this episode. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.